welcome back to the 31 Faces of Halloween on my channel. Today we are doing Lily Munster. So this is the look we're going for. I love all the goth girls like Lily Munster, Morticia, Elvira, Vampira. I feel like I'm missing somebody. So today I am doing this look inspired by Lily Munster. I did it a little bit more glam than the pictures I saw. Not that she's not glam or anything, but added my own little spice to it and kind of made it my own thing. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is a super easy look to do, super simple, super quick, nothing too crazy. So if you guys would like to see how I created this Lily Munster look, then just keep watching. Thanks, guys. Starting off, I'm wearing this wig that I bought from Amazon, but I added a few little gray extensions in the front. And then I'm just clipping it back to get it out of the way for makeup application. First, I moisturize my face. Your favorite moisturizer will totally work. And then I use a lip plumper on my lips to hydrate them and plump them up a little bit. We're only hiding the ends of our brows, so I'm taking my washable glue stick and I'm just coating the end of my brows. Going back and forth to make sure all the brows get coated in between everything. And then I'm taking a spoolie and combing those out so they lay flat. I also go back over that about 2 times. Now I'm taking a primer. I'm using the new Too Faced Peach Primer. It's a mattifying and cooling primer. I really like it a lot. Putting that all over my face, and then I'm taking the Hourglass Veil Primer, and I'm putting that on the rest of my face because I'm more normal in those areas and not oily. So I don't want to put a mattifying primer in those areas. Then I'm just taking some translucent setting powder, the Mercier one to be exact, and just putting that where I put the glue at and wiping it away with my fingers. Taking the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden, I'm priming my eyelids. And then I'm taking my Pastel Goth palette from Kat Von D, and I'm using the color Doom. It's the blue shade. It's very blue. I love this for any blue eye looks I do. And I'm gonna literally put that over my whole entire eyelid. So from my lash line all the way up to my brows. Just coat everything. From the inner corner to the outer corner, put it everywhere. Taking my Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. This is the lightest shade of foundation I have. And then I'm taking some teal cream paint from Makeup Forever. I'm putting the cream paint on first and then doing the Bobbi Brown foundation right on top. And I'm going to blend everything together. I just want a little bit of a light bluish kind of green tint. I wanted it to be a little like teal, so that's exactly why I used teal. I wanted it to be a little bit green as well as a little bit blue, you know. I decided it wasn't enough though, so I did end up adding more of the teal, and I went over a little bit more with the Kat Von D foundation just to make it a little bit more full coverage. I also took this down my neck and I did it on my chest and my shoulders as well. Like I said, I ended up adding some more of that teal color just to give it a little bit more something, you know? Taking the white cream paint from Makeup Forever, I'm using that as my concealer or my highlighter. So I'm putting it underneath of my eyes, on my chin, my nose, and my forehead. Also the sides of my mouth because I get really bad smile lines. And first I'm just kind of blending that out with my finger because I didn't want to get this all gooped up in my beauty blender. So I'm just really kind of putting it where I want it with my finger. And then I go back in with my beauty blender just to kind of touch it up and make sure everything's even and smoothed out. Taking my Mercier translucent setting powder, I am setting all those areas I put the concealer. And then I'm putting that same little mixture we did on our face on the ends of my eyebrows to cover them up a little bit, and then putting more powder on top. Taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in Granite, we're doing her fierce eyebrows. They are straight. They don't have a curve to them. That's why we covered up the ends of our brows, because she has very straight brows. So I'm just making them really dramatic there in the front and then just filling them in and going straight out to my temples. I make sure you do black brows because she has black hair, so, you know, goes together. Then I'm taking some more of that white cream paint and just cleaning up the underneath and the tops of the brows. And then blend that into the eyeshadow. Then I'm taking more of the Pastel Goth shade and I'm blending all that in. I want to cover up that whole lid. I don't want there to be any highlighted brow or anything like that. Her eyeshadow goes all the way up to her eyebrows and then it goes out as well. Then I'm taking my Kat Von D tattoo liner and we're going to do a super fierce cat eye to go with this super fierce blue shadow. Taking it from the inner corner of my eye and doing it pretty thick there on the outer corner, the outer edge. And I'm following that eyeshadow shape that I created. And then she has a little line, like a separate cat eye on the bottom of her lash line. And they are separate, they don't touch at all. I did the bottom one a little bit longer than I did the top one. And a little bit thinner. And I made sure it was straight. I don't want any curves. I want the eyeliner to literally be straight. And then I took a black pencil, filled in my waterline to the inner corner of my eye, dragged it down a little bit there on the inner corner so it doesn't go all the way there. And then I finished that cat eye by bringing it really close up to the end point of my eyebrow. I didn't make it touch though. Now I'm taking a dark teal shade from my Morphe palette, my Morphe 35C palette to be exact, and I'm just kind of putting that on the outer corner of this cat eye and then blending it into the crease a little bit, but not going all the way into the inner corner. And here I decided to clean up the top of the brows a little bit, and then I go back to the shadow. So I'm just really doing a nice dramatic little darkness on the edges and just blending that up into the lighter blue. And then I also took that dark teal shade and did it on the very inner corner of my eye, but I did not connect the outer corner with the inner corner shadow, the dark shadow. And then I made a point right there in the inner corner and smoked out the bottom just a tiny bit, just a little tiny bit. Time for contour. I'm just taking that same dark teal shade we used in the crease and the inner corner of our eyes, and I'm putting that right below my cheekbone, and I'm kind of doing a shape downwards towards the mouth. Before it hits my cheek piercing, I kind of go down a little bit. Very lightly, you don't notice it a lot, but I wanted my cheekbones to be very prominent, and I wanted this to look like, you know, I was a spooky vampire chick, because that's what I am. And then I'm also contouring my jawline. I'm also bringing this up onto my ears to kind of blend the whole look together and make my ears blue like my face and my body is. And then I'm just really, really contouring the jawline a lot. I also bring some of this blue shadow below my lips to make my lips look a little bit more pouty, and I also contour my nose with this teal shade. I just wanted my nose to look a little bit more slender. I always contour my nose because I feel like it brings the look together a lot. To make sure there's no sharp edges, I just blend that out with my Beauty Blender a little bit. And to finish up my contour, I do a little bit on my forehead. And then I also do a little bit of contouring on my collarbones there, just to kind of bring it all together. Time for lashes. I'm using my favorite mascara right now. It's the Marc Jacobs mascara. I'm doing my top and bottom lashes. And then I'm using a very dramatic pair of lashes. I love these ones. They are Ardell lashes. I don't know what number they are, but they're super dramatic and flared out on the ends. Taking my LA Splash Cosmetics Pro Artist Body Art Liner in Alabaster, right where the eyeliner does not meet, I'm going to create a little white spot in the middle of them, going from the outer edge of my eye and then just kind of like blending it outwards very lightly. You can use my discount code VoodooBarbieDoll at checkout to save you some money too. Now, I was going to use 2 different lipsticks from LA Splash, but I decided to just go with one. I went with the Queen of Hearts. That's what the shade is called. It's a very deep, deep red. I didn't want to go with bright red because I feel like it would contrast too much, so I wanted something that would look really nice with everything, so that's why I went with this deeper red. Nothing too crazy, I just filled them in and overlined like I always do. Take your little clippies out. Now we're gonna do the fingernails. I chopped these off of a hand, like a glove I had. I didn't have any fingernails, and I don't think her fingernails are this long, but hey, you work with what you got. I put liquid latex on the skin below my nail and on the nail itself on the inside and pressed down and held for about 10 to 15 seconds. And that kept them on for some good pictures. You can always get real nails that stick or get your nails done, you know, whatever works. So that's it for this super sexy Lily Munster look. Super glam, super pretty, super easy and quick for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you're subscribed to see all of my 31 looks this month. I have a lot of spooky stuff coming and a lot of spooky stuff that's probably already been done. Make sure you check it all out. I'll catch you next time, guys.